video demonstrates using a custom provider configuration for an Alpha Anywhere application running under IIS. This example uses Oracle providers with an Oracle database. Now, I've already downloaded the latest pre-release of the application server for IIS and the development environment, and I've installed them. I've also downloaded the Oracle 32-bit drivers and 64-bit drivers. The 32-bit drivers is what Alpha Anywhere will use. The 64-bit drivers are used by IIS Manager, which I use to demonstrate connectivity to the Oracle database. They can be downloaded from the Oracle website. Look for Oracle Data Access Components for Windows. And download the Xcopy package for both the 32-bit and the 64-bit installers. These are the file names. Once they're downloaded, you can extract them into a separate folder. I chose Oracle installers and put them each in their own subfolder, and then use the README file to find out how to install and uninstall. Here's the install instructions. Now, since I'm installing both of these, I'm adding an x64 suffix to these parameters. Now, oops, these are 32. Now I'll install these, and while they install, I'll port. Okay, both the 32-bit and 64-bit drivers have been installed. It took about 60 seconds, 90 seconds each. There are two more things to finish the configuration. The first is you need to add the providers as trusted providers for IIS. So we need to go into the Windows System 32 iNet Server config folder and edit the administration. See what it's called? Administration config file. Unfortunately, this is the only way to do it. But you'll need to make sure you add an administrator command prompt, and be sure to add these two lines to the config file in the Trusted Providers section. Once you've done that, the next thing that needs to be done is to add the path to the system path so that the drivers can be located. And go to environment variables. Edit that. I have this saved off so I don't make any mistakes copying and typing. So I'll pen that. Okay to that. Okay. And okay to that. We'll close this out. And I'm going to reboot the system to ensure that everything on the system will have the new path. And in the next video, I'll demonstrate setting up your Alpha Anywhere application to use the Oracle providers. I'm back from rebooting my server. There's one more step that needs to be done before Alpha Anywhere can use the Oracle providers. A schema needs to be initialized using the Oracle provided scripts that's going to be used by the Oracle providers. The scripts can be found in the install package unzipped folder. In this case, I'm showing you the 32-bit, and then there's a folder with the ASP.NET subfolder, SQL subfolder. These scripts are what's used to initialize the schema. On my database server, I chose to install all the Oracle ASP.NET providers, so I ran the install all Oracle ASP.NET providers script. And I had previously set up a user, IIS security, using the Oracle documentation for installing the ASP.NET provider schema. So once the script is run, it creates these tables. There's views, indexes, and store procedures as well. Once that's done, you can go into Alpha Anywhere and begin to publish the application. But first, this is my test application. It has a home page that requires login. Anyone in the administrators or regular user group can access the page. And there's a login page and login component. The web security is turned on. The users and groups are stored in the DBF table at design time. At publish time, they can be will be published out to the Oracle schema. And there are a few options that I'll show you that are available to either replace all, don't change anything, if anything exists, don't do anything, or merge new users and groups into the Oracle schema. And see, I have two users in here, me and you, and one group or two groups, administrators and regular users. So now that that's set up, we need to create a published profile that uses the Oracle providers. And the next video will show how to do that. The next step is to create the profile for publishing to IIS that uses Oracle providers. So create a new profile for IIS. We'll go to localhost, and I'll accept all the defaults up until the security store configuration page. For the membership source, select custom, and now you can enter the connection string for the Oracle database. Oops. Test. Okay. We'll name this connection string. Now I can select the Oracle provider to be used. We need to select the Oracle WebAssembly version 2. Make sure you select the x86 version so that this list on the right side will populate. Then select the membership provider. And we need to add one more parameter. Need a parameter for where the users and roles are stored in the Oracle database. Go video. Okay. And here we have the options for what will happen at publish time. Now this is the default setting. You'll have a chance to change this at publish time. So by default, I have preserve selected. It will check to see if any users or groups exist in the Oracle database, and if they do, nothing will be done. If no user roles exist, then the ones that I've defined in the security settings will be published to the Oracle database. Now we'll do the same thing for the role provider. It uses the same database. Oracle. We'll give it the same connection string name. And now I'll need to choose the Oracle role provider out of the same assembly. Role provider. We'll tell it to use the same application name. And then finally, we'll use the local state server and no profile provider before saving the profile. And now let's publish. Observe. Finished. So now I've published, and in the next video, we'll take a look at what got published to IIS and see how it all hooks up. Now that the application is published, let's take a look at IIS, IIS Manager. I'll refresh this and see there's the test Oracle application. And here's the .NET users. This is what we use the 64-bit Oracle drivers. So let's click on that, and it will now query the Oracle database for the users. There's you and me. And same for the .NET roles, administrator, and regular users. So let's run the application. We have IE open. Let's open IE. Oh, go down the page. Let's do localhost, test Oracle. So I'm redirected to the login page. I'll enter me and my credentials. And I've logged in. Welcome to me. Similarly, we can go back to the login page. Oops. And let's check out you. And now it says welcome to you. So now the users and groups are being accessed from the Oracle database. And if you had to use a different database, say like MySQL, you do a similar set of configuration for the MySQL database or any other database that has its providers written for the membership and role providers. Thanks.